it's a bit difficult for me to pass this message, and I think it is absolutely important for me to do it. I just want to leave you with some words of encouragement, talking about you not giving up on that marriage. And I was saying that for your marriage to succeed, I want to highlight some things that you need in that marriage for it to succeed. Because, one, you need to stay in that marriage. Two, you don't need to endure, you need to enjoy it. It is not God's will for you to divorce. No, it isn't. And you can really build that marriage. Like I said, good, successful, happy marriages did not come from heaven. They were built, and it's possible to build one for yourself. And you deserve it. You deserve happiness. You deserve joy. You deserve a good and a happy marriage. You deserve it. So, let me leave you some tips. Just some tips for you to make your marriage a happy one. Number one, the first thing, the second thing, the third thing, the fourth thing, the fifth thing, everything you need to make your marriage work is God. You need God to make that marriage work. You can't make it in that marriage without God. You can't make it without God. You can't make it without God. So you need God. Marriage was God's idea from the onset, right from the Garden of Eden. It was God's idea originally for marriage. Marriage came from God. It did not come from the council. It did not come from your tradition. It did not come from your it did not come from your tradition. It did not come from your culture. Marriage came from God originally. So it was God's original idea for a man and a woman to live together. And if God's idea is for a man and a woman to live together, if God's idea is for a man and a woman to live together, it can't be a bad idea, can it? No, it isn't. Therefore, don't give up on that marriage. You can make it. I mean it. You can make it. You can make that marriage work. And let me tell you, for that marriage to work, it's going to take just 3 people. 3 people to make that marriage work. You want me to name them to you? Number one is going to need you. Number 2 is going to need your spouse. Number 3 is going to need God. So, what are you going to do? Bring the marriage to God. Bring it to God. You know what? Every single day of your marriage needs God. It was not only that day that the pastor prayed for you in the church and said you are blessed. No. For your marriage to be happy, blissful, and successful, you need God even now. You need God today. You need God every single day of that marriage. Yes, you need God. You need God. And so every single day of your marriage, pray like never before for your marriage. Pray like never before. Pray like it was just that day you were beginning. Even if things are going well, pray. Even if they're going bad, pray. Even if they have deteriorated to the terrible point, still do what? Pray. And I will tell you, I'll stand with you. I would like you to inbox me. And I will join you. I will pray for your marriage. Because its original intention, plan, must be achieved. God wants you to be happy in your marriage. So you need God. Pray for it. Husband, don't just go drinking. Don't spend all your time in the bar. Don't spend all your time in the bar. Don't spend all your time drinking alcohol and discussing with friends. Family is gold. It's important for you to get back home early. It's important for you to get back home early. You know what I'm trying to do? I'll finish this live broadcast now, quickly, and rush back home to my wife, to my family. Family is gold. If you miss family, you have nothing. If you lose family, you have nothing. You see, many of you spend your time in the bar, at many other things, and you never spend time in the family. Meanwhile, family is the most important thing. Like I said yesterday, family is the basic unit of the kingdom of God. So, you need yourself for that marriage to work well. You need God, and you need your spouse. 3 of you working together for the good of the family. The second thing I want to encourage you is that I know that already there are so many things that have gone under the bridge that are making you angry, that are giving you reasons why that marriage cannot work. I know that. No, I know. Yeah, I know. Sometimes it may even be that your spouse is away already. Your spouse doesn't want to even see you again. But it can still work. I have good news for you. The God I serve is a good God. And I know if you can begin somewhere today, by first of all praying for your marriage. Do not pray to find a different person. No. I'm not praying that. Listen, a skirt is a skirt. A trouser is a trouser. What is the guarantee that this new man you're looking for will not do the very thing? You know, it all started well. Marriages, it all started well with the old one. It was just all well. Now it's bad, and you're thinking, okay, if it was with this one, it's going to be well. Who tells you that it will not also come up to where it is now with the old one, or even worse? To me, a skirt is a skirt and a trouser is a trouser. It all depends what you do with it. It all depends what you do now. So you can choose now. Don't give up on that marriage. You can choose now to do something that can build that marriage. And the first thing that you're going to do to build that marriage is kneel down and pray for it. Kneel down and pray for your spouse. Kneel down and pray for your marriage. Pray for your home. Pray for your children. You know, the devil is happy when you quarrel with your wife, when you insult your husband, when you insult your wife as good for nothing. He's very happy when children are and crying because mommy and daddy are quarreling and they don't seem to. Quarrels are inevitable in a marriage. Yes, yeah. Not quarrels, but maybe arguments. Not arguments to see who is the winner and who is the loser, but arguments that build. Arguments that build, that are constructive. You know, I found times when I had to argue with my wife. Yes, I also argue some of the times with my wife, not because I want to prove to her that I'm the strongest or that I can win that argument. No, we argue just because we want to learn. We want the right thing. And this must be given room in every relationship. You must give room for that. You okay? It's not bad. But what I'm trying to say right now is that if you stand with God, first thing that you're going to do is to begin to pray for that marriage. I don't care if your husband has left home or if your wife has left home and you still really believe, because like me, I believe that it's God's will for your marriage to work. I believe that it's God's will for you not to divorce. I believe it. I believe it's not God's will for you to have a divorce. It's not God's will. It's not God's will for you to have a divorce. And let me ask you, who do you think will stay with you forever? Now let me tell you something. It's God's will for you to remain in that marriage and to enjoy it. The very first thing we're going to do, start with praying for it. Pray for your marriage. Pray for your home. Pray for your children. Pray for your wife. Okay? Bring God into the matter. Invite Jesus into the matter. The Jesus that I know will surely do something sweet in that matter. Because he was the original ingredient in marriage. He's going to bring, you know, when you cook food without ingredients, food is tasteless. But when you put ingredients there, food tastes good. Jesus was the original ingredient in marriage. Invite him there, first thing. The second thing I want you to do is to, as I know that so many things have gone under the bridge, and you're now saying, because he did that, because you did this, because he did that, because you did this, I don't know how I can ever forget. Well, when you bring Jesus, he will help you to forget. I thank God for one thing, I forget easily. And I think that most men are like me. They quickly and easily forget. If you ask me what happened 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago, I will not be able to tell you. It's good. God did not make you, give you a brain to always remember. Your brain was not manufactured to remember things Remember how somebody hurt you. Remember how he went and did that. Remember how he's dating another woman. Remember this. Remember that. He insulted me in public. He's going out with another woman and things like that. And things like, God did not make your brain to always remember things. God made your brain for creativity. That your brain should create. That's the reason why God gave you a brain to create. Go and find out the reason why God, and that's why the way computers are made exactly the way the human brain is. If you are running a program right now and the electricity, you have to reboot. If your work, it is lost. That's how human brains are. That when you see somebody's mistake today, you're not supposed to bring it up tomorrow. Okay? Don't save it. Just delete it. Delete it. Delete the errors. And make this day a new day in your home. Let every day be new. And let every day count in that marriage. I hope to see you again some other time. And we'll be talking more about this marriage thing. I hope to do more live videos. And I also hope that they help you. Stay home. Stay home. Stay in that marriage. There is something, there's hope. There's hope. I don't care what level it has gone. There is still hope. There's still hope. There is a certain spiritual principle which I want you to know. This spiritual principle says, whatever you give attention to will be attracted to you. Whatever you give your focus to will be attracted to you. And that's why the scriptures say, whatever things are good, whatever things are perfect, whatever things are good, think about these things. Now, don't think about losing that marriage. Don't think about divorce. Think about building it. Think about building that marriage. Think about building that home. Think about building it. Think about